She's on your side. Better call Bacon.
A moving disaster. Our Better Call Bacon investigation into a family's missing belongings deepens tonight. The Olson family claims Spirit Van Lines delivered items broken. Some items were missing. They believe their laptop computer even ended up in Brazil, and that's when they knew they'd better call Bacon. Investigator Shannon Bacon joins me now, and you found out just unbelievable information today.
Yes, yesterday I told you the story about the heartbreaking story of this family trying to get here to Davenport from Michigan, but today I dug into federal documents and complaints and found that the company that these folks hired, Spirit, doesn't even have a license to operate anymore. Spirit Van Lines picked up the Olson family's things in Michigan on June 15th, but it was July 10th before the truck finally showed up in Polk County. Then, even though they had already paid more than $1,900 in full, workers wouldn't open the truck until they forked over another $2 grand in cash. When they did, they found items broken or missing.
It honestly looked like there was people in there and they dumped everything out in a pile, looked for stuff, and then kind of shoveled it back in some of the tubs.
The kicker? Chad pinged his missing laptop and it popped up in Brazil. I spent the day digging into Spirit Van Lines' past. There's page after page of online reviews with similar stories. Then I found this. 32 complaints registered this year with the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. Plus, as of July 17th, Spirit has, quote, no current for-hire operating authority. That means they can't legally transport goods from one state to another. Where's the customer service here? Where's the sense of urgency, the sense of compassion? The company manager explains they just changed their name. He didn't say why. Now they're called Moving Services, but their website is still up. Customers weren't notified, and federal regulators have been unable to verify that Moving Services has any license. So what is a consumer to do? Consumer expert Doug Templeton tells me search complaint history before you hire the company and document everything they load in their truck.
If you had somebody sign off on that inventory when the door was closed on the truck, and then when it's delivered and those things are missing, that's pretty good documentation evidence that somewhere along the line your items were removed.
And here's the really interesting part about the name change. The federal government tells me that they're no longer investigating those 32 complaints because Spirit already lost its license. Well, we don't think that's good enough. I've called the Georgia Attorney General's office, and I will stay on this story until these families are helped. That's one way to get rid of the complaints.
Well, yeah, and if you're one of these families, a missing item feels a lot like a stolen item at this point. So is it clear whether Spirit is still operating?
We have talked to families that received items from Spirit just last night. There's another family in our viewing area waiting on items. They're still operating. These families think they're still dealing with Spirit. They didn't even know that they've changed their name. Seems like the same company to us.
I have a feeling there is a lot more to come.